All right, joining us now on Drive the Lane, the first guest of the year, making his 17th Drive the Lane appearance, Tyvis Powell. Welcome back to the show.
Why you be making me laugh? Like, we gotta be serious. This is a podcast. Thank you again for allowing me to come on. You know, it lets me know that I did well, you know, through this last 16 times that I've been on. You know, I haven't said anything too crazy. So thank you guys for allowing me to come on again.
Yeah, you know, it's always a pleasure, obviously, and we got to start with talking a little bit about what you've been up to, because it has been so long. Me and you have seen each other. Yes. You and Andrew haven't seen each other. What's been going on in the life of Tyvis Powell?
Oh, a little this, a little that. No, yeah. So since the last time I said, obviously I was working at 97.1 The Fan. You know, I do the radio. I'm a fill-in guy. I'm nothing solid. Anytime I need somebody to fill in, they call me. So that's what I do at 97.1 The Fan. I'm doing high school football this year. So every Friday, me and Matt Andrews is going to wherever they decide is the game of the week, and we're calling that, which is fun because I love doing high school football. On Saturdays, when the football season starts, I'll be doing the pregame show again. And then after that's over with, I will go to the Hollywood Casino and host the watch party. So anybody that's listening, if you want to hang out with your boy for the game, pull up to the Hollywood Casino. And then on Sundays, I accepted the job to do the Browns pregame and postgame show. So I do 1 hour of the pregame show, the final hour of the pregame show, and then I do 2-hour postgame show with Jeff Phelps, and he's hilarious. And then on Wednesdays and Fridays, on Wednesdays and Fridays, I do the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show in Cleveland at Channel 3, where I'm with Jay Crawford, Garrett Bush, and Adam the Bull. So yeah, it's been pretty busy. It's been pretty busy.
So is your wife hate you? What's the deal with all that?
You know, that's the thing, Andrew. When you're around somebody all the time, especially a guy like me that's high energy, you want a break. You know, you need to get away from it after a while. So she really enjoys when I'm leaving and I'm gone, because it's like she can relax. But the kids is still here. So, and my daughter is like a spitting image of me. She's very hyper, and jumping off the wall. So somebody got to do it. Somebody got to hold it down when I'm not around, and she's gladly taking that title.
So the new Tyvis Powell, I mean, like, you're not.
Whoa! What are you the new? What do you mean the new?
No, you know what I mean. You know, this is the first year where you are full go sports media analyst Tyvis Powell. What are your feelings? What are your emotions? What are your thoughts so far?
You know, I was telling somebody this the other day. It's almost like stealing, you know. It's like I don't look at it like a job. Like, I look at it like, I cannot believe that people are going to pay me money to talk about things that I love. Like, it's just a dream come true. You know, it's really a blessing. And I'm not ever nervous. I typically have an opinion on everything that's going on, and to be able to voice that opinion and get compensated for it, man, it's like I robbed the bank.
Well, you definitely have earned it. You know, you got your shot at that Big Ten thing with Joey, which Joey and I talked about a little bit in the intro of this episode.
Time traveling.
Yeah, we're but you've definitely come a long way since you kind of just called us from probably your basement or something on that one time. So you're welcome for bringing you into the media world, and now it's your turn to pull us up with you because you're so
well. Joey is the one that's, you know, he's at the Fan. Then I look up and he had basketball tournaments and all kind of jazz. I don't like, the guy is Hollywood right before my eyes. I had no idea that he was like so big time.
Oh, far from it. I wish I don't know. Do you want to go into Big Ten Network stuff? Do you want to not talk about that?
What about it?
It was so much fun.
It definitely was. I really enjoyed it. I missed y'all. I actually miss y'all.
I know. We had such a fun time for those 2 days. I mean, like Andrew said, we're time traveling a bit, so we're not going to talk about the whole experience, but give us your highlights from the Big Ten Network experience that we got to do together.
Well, for me, I just wanted to go in there and make sure that I was on the right path. You know, it was just kind of, is there things that I need to work on? I was going in it with an open mind that I'm open to constructive criticism. And the problem was I received no criticism. They was like, you're absolutely doing everything correct. So for me, it was just having that confirmation that I'm doing everything that I need to do. I didn't realize how much me being on the radio every day helps me. Like when I went there, I was so comfortable in front of the camera. You knew they asked me to do things, and right on the spot, I had answers and ready to go. So it was like, it was crazy. And then, like I said, the highlight for me was probably meeting new people. Like I really enjoyed meeting all of y'all and getting to know y'all and watching y'all excel as well. It was good because it's like we became a team, and I was rooting for y'all. Like y'all doing it. Like that's what I liked the most, to get this, to sit back and watch y'all do. Cause I knew I was going to do what I was going to do. Like I wasn't worried about that, but to see everybody else be exactly as good as I am, like I was like, man, we all on the right path, and I could see all of us all making it if we choose to do this.
Andrew, the best part, and then we can talk some Ohio State football. The best part of the whole thing, Tyvis wise, was that every time he walked out of a room, and we could hear each other, we can see each other on TV, like we saw everything. Every time Tyvis walked out, he'd be like, I fucking suck. Like, every single time. We're like, dude, like the producers are right there, and
I bombed it. I bombed it.
You'd be like, I bombed. I should just leave. We're like, dude, you did great, and everyone said you did great. Like they're not lying every time. It's like, all right, fake humble guy.
Because you know how you supposed to, like, in your mind, you wanted to be perfect. It was times that I kind of like stuttered at times, or I didn't get to clearly speak what I wanted to say. So I was like, I bombed, man. It was supposed to be flawless, but it wasn't flawless. It was like, instead of 100%, it was like 98.6. Like, it's a problem.
You're human. You're human.
That's actually, your body temperature is supposed to be 98.6. So 98.6 is not a terrible percentage and number to be at if we're going to get specific.
Oh, you got to be 100. Like, that's the thing. I'm 500 degrees. Like,
Tyvis, I didn't get to watch you there. Obviously, I saw some of the reel, but I want you to prove it to me. Prove that you know what you're talking about. You're worthy of these jobs.
Okay.
Give us the rundown on this Ohio State football team this year.
All right. Well, obviously the offense is coming right back. We got CJ Stroud, and we got Jackson Smith-Njigba and Travion Henderson. That's been the three-headed monster. CJ, arguably the best quarterback in this year's draft and in college football this season. Travion Henderson, with them adjusting the line and getting the new O-line coach from UCLA, Justin, in here, and getting those traditional guard bodies back on that offensive line, we should see that them open gaps, and Travion Henderson should be able to run the ball effectively. Back to where we used to see Ohio State. That was a great balanced team, probably run the ball more so than pass. With Jackson Smith-Njigba, he's arguably the best wide receiver in the country. Teams is going to be looking to get after him and make sure they cannot let that guy beat them. So we need Marvin Harrison Jr., who had a phenomenal Rose Bowl. I think he had 3 touchdowns in that game. He's going to have to step up. And then Julian Fleming, who was probably one of the top recruited wide receivers we've had at Ohio State. He has some health issues, but this year he looks good. He won the Iron Buckeye Award from off-season training, which is a huge honor. That means you did everything correct and you were a leader throughout the whole thing. Look to see that guy have a big year. Outside of him, we flip to the defensive side of the ball. They've heard all the criticism this whole offseason about how terrible they was. The toughness isn't there, and they are not the silver bullets. And it really reminded me of back when I was in 2013. We literally went through the exact same offseason that they did. Coach Mick probably showed them all the bad clips that they had. So it's an anger built up inside of them. I think that first game against Notre Dame, they're going to be so eager to get out there and change the narrative of the defense, because everybody thinks that they're soft. They think that they're here for the ride. Everybody's coming to watch the offense. They have to take it personally and be like, the silver bullets is back, baby. We here to show y'all we make plays too. And I think that would make them a tight group. Jim Knowles is talking about, Ryan Day wants a top 10 defense. Jim Knowles say everything else here is top 5. So why can't this defense be top 5? And I like that. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. So I'm really looking for them to be very aggressive. Notre Dame is dealing with some injuries. They got the first year quarterback he's not a first year. This will be his first year starting. Tyler Buckner's coming in. They dealing with a lot of injuries at wide receiver. They lost one of their top receivers with an ACL. The running back room is thin, and now they're losing some offensive linemen as well. So I think if you look at it correctly, it's the quarterback and the tight end is who the main threats are on this Notre Dame offense. If a tight end beats us at Ohio State, then we need to need to fire everybody, because it should be some furniture moving in Columbus, Ohio, if we let a tight end just get sexy on us. So I don't think the Notre Dame game will be the one that tells if the defense is back. I want them to have a dominant performance, but I don't want people to get overwhelmed and be like, oh, the defense is back. That's not the test. I don't think that's the test. I don't think Arkansas State's the test, and I don't think Toledo's the test. However, that Wisconsin game will be the one where we find out if the toughness part is back, because we all know traditionally Wisconsin's going to run the ball. They got a great running back coming back. And Graham Mertz, if he goes back to freshman year quarterback Graham Mertz, he was pretty good. So with this being his last year there, I'm looking for him to make some noise. But that's what I see out of the offense and the defense from Ohio State this year.
Joey, I know you're going to have a follow-up, but I want to ask this so I don't forget it.
Yeah.
Tyvis.
How was that analysis? You like that?
That was fantastic.
You feel informed?
Very informed. You went all the way to week 4 with Ohio State. We feel very informed. My question to you, you kind of said Ohio State has arguably the best running back, quarterback, and wide receiver in the country. If you had to put money on one of those 3 guys.
Great question, Andrew.
If you had to put money on one of those 3 guys to win the Heisman, who would it be?
I'd probably CJ Stroud, because of the thing. Well,
but all things considered, Tyvis, you don't win as much money if you put it on CJ Stroud.
What that mean?
All things considered.
You asked me who did I think would win the Heisman. Yeah, I think it's between CJ Stroud and TreVeyon Henderson. The reason why I can't necessarily give all the money to TreVeyon Henderson on this is because I don't know how they're going to run the ball this season. It's last year they put the ball in CJ hand quite often, and I don't know if that's going to change or not this year. I would like it to change. I think with a guy like TreVeyon Henderson who can be a game wrecker, you got to find a way to get him the ball. But CJ is that guy. He's arguably the best quarterback in college. You have to let him showcase his talents. If things get muggy and funky, you go to the guy that you trust that's been in situations that's made plays before. And CJ has shown week in and week out that he can make those plays. So I think if it all come down to it, CJ is going to be the one with the ball in his hand. So he's the safe bet.
While we're on the topic, because people are going to be listening to this right before the season starts. Do you have any other guys beyond Ohio State that you think, like maybe an outsider's perspective to win the Heisman, maybe throw some cash on somebody else to win the Heisman? Maybe
if I was placing cash on somebody else, I would go Caleb Williams or Bijan Robinson, the running back from Texas. The reason why Bijan Robinson is because Quinn Ewers is becoming the starting quarterback. He transferred from Ohio State. I think you can't necessarily go right into the season and expect Quinn to just be that guy right off the top. I think it's going to be a learning process. Bijan Robinson was killing it last year, and I think that they're going to ride his coattail until Quinn gets acclimated with the speed of the game, and then they'll start sprinkling Quinn in there to make those passes. But I think that Texas offense will be high on Bijan Robinson usage. And as far as Caleb Williams, he got the Biletnikoff winner with him, and that Biletnikoff winner didn't leave Pittsburgh to just be out there chilling. So Caleb Williams they're gonna spray the ball around. My only concern with USC this year is the fact that their offensive line might not be full strength and ready to protect him as much as needed, and I think that ultimately becomes their downfall. But those are the 2 guys that outside of Ohio State that I will put money on. So
I think this is one of those years where like a 2-loss team has a guy that just has crazy stats. And Stroud, Henderson, Jackson Smith-Njigba, any of those guys is maybe the better player, better prospect.
Yeah.
They all, take votes from the rest.
They cancel each other out.
Right. And then it's a guy like RG3 or Johnny Manziel where they were unbelievable, but their team, they're not in the playoff. They're not in the national championship.
So who would you pick?
So I like the Caleb Williams side of it, because I don't think they're going to be, undefeated. I don't think they're going to be in the playoff, but I think his numbers are going to be there.
Well, he got Lincoln Riley, and Lincoln Riley him and Ryan Day is like 1A, 1B when it comes to developing quarterbacks. So
I have two bets, and it's on Jackson Smith-Njigba and Travion Henderson, and that's my way of betting on Ohio State to win the national championship without betting on them to win the national championship.
Well, January 1st is legal in Ohio, so
I know, can't wait. Yeah. Sorry, I was in Chicago when I. Back to Ohio State football, Tyvis. We ask you this every time, but I'm always curious. Have you been around the program at all? Have you been in-person practice? Have you seen? Because if not, we should go soon.
I have not been, ever since I moved down here in May, said I'm going to go up there and watch some practice. I have not been there. I've been did you hear the schedule that I rattled off earlier? I've been a very busy man.
It's part of the job. It's part of the job. You got to see it.
Very, very busy, man. I do need to get up there, though. I promised myself that I'm going to go up there. So I just seen Ryan Day a couple days ago, and we sat down and had a nice conversation. So yeah, I'm gonna go up there because I need to go see my boy Coach Mick and Coach P, man. That's my guys.
Yeah, have you ever seen the Jamal Adams video when he tries to get into the Jets facility? And that's gonna be Tyvis Powell trying to get into
I don't know. See, the last time I went, I ain't been to the Woody in like 2 years, and I had my thumbprint working. I wonder if it still works. That would be interesting if it doesn't.
Andrew, you've seen my thumb still works.
Yeah.
You've seen it in person. If mine works, then yours works.
At the Woody?
No.
I was about to say you got pulled.
It would be really fun if Andrew came for a weekend or whatever, and we all went to a Friday practice together. That would be very fun.
Let's do it. Let's plan it.
Let me tell you, Joey, I don't know what your Thanksgiving plan is, but I will 9 out of 10%, so 90%, 98.6. 98.6%, I will be at the Michigan game.
Okay. I won't be going to it, but yeah.
But you'll be in town.
Oh yeah, I'll be at the Hollywood Casino.
You'll be at the Hollywood.
Yeah. I'll be at the Hollywood Casino with you. That sounds like a
plan. Tyvis, we ask you this every year also, but you always give us a different answer.
This is a lie, but go ahead. What's the question?
We need an untold Tyvis story. One time you told us about Terry and Cardale shooting paintball at each other in the dorm room. We need something like, give us a Zeke story or something.
I don't have any Zeke stories that could be that I should tell live on this. Those are not for podcast use. I would never tell on him like that. Let's see. That's a good story. Let me think about it. I never thought about this.
You got to be ready for you're a few shows a week away from being a 7-day-a-week guy. And then someone's going to want to write a book about you, and you're going to need to have these stories ready to go.
Let me think. I got a story.
All right.
Okay. So my boy, and he said I can say his name. So I'll tell you. My boy Armani Reeves, we was playing. So when we was playing in this had to be 2013, maybe. Yeah, 2013. And no, it was 2014. 2014. Boom. We called it 2014. Right. Armani was messing with this girl, right? This is the story about any men that's listening. This is why you treat women with respect and don't do anything wrong. Anyways, Armani was messing with this girl, right? And something happened where they fell out. You know how college couples are. You mess around, something hits the fan, you go your separate ways. Well, this girl was obsessed with Armani, right? She didn't want to let it go. So Armani moved on, and the girl knew where Armani lived. So one night while he was asleep, she took her used tampons and put them on his car. So when he got up in the morning, they were on his hood and his windshield of these bloody tampons. And I was like, what in the world is going on? So yeah, that's that was one of the wild stories that happened. It didn't happen to me. It happened to Armani, but I was a witness of it. And I was just like, you got to watch who you mess with, you know?
That's what windshield wipers are for, though.
Because I wouldn't.
Oh
who wants to touch that?
All around.
To touch that.
Oh, no thanks.
Yeah.
Joey, was that what you expected that story was going to be?
Yeah, it's funny you asked it. I was just gonna say, can you tell the Armani story? But good that it came up naturally.
There it is.
Joey, I don't know if we've done this version of this with Tyvis yet. The sponsored version of this. You know what I mean?
You got a sponsored version? Y'all sponsored?
We're sponsored. I guess before we get to it, Andrew, the last kind of wrapping up Ohio State kind of preview. Tyvis, give us the prediction for the Notre Dame game, score and all. Do they cover all that fun stuff? And
they're definitely going.
And the national championship expectations. Obviously, you're going to say they're going to win.
I jumped ahead because I know what Tyvis is capable of, and I got excited. So way to bring us back in, Joey.
Sorry, someone's got to do it, you know.
What I'm capable of. Wow. So the final score, my final score prediction is, I'm going to say 42-21. No, I'm going to go 42-17 Buckeyes for the Notre Dame game. That sounds about right.
Covering with ease.
Yeah, easily. What was the next question you asked me?
National championship preview. Obviously, you're going to say Ohio State is the championship or bust. That's the expectation. That's the prediction.
Yes.
But, what are the Final Four teams going to be? What seed is Ohio State going to get? Who are they going to play in the Big Ten championship? All that fun stuff. What does the path look like?
Okay, so Alabama is going to be 1. O State will be 2, going against Georgia with 3, and then at 4, I think Clemson comes back. Vengeance. I think it was a down season, so I think they're gonna play with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. Whether we love them or hate them, Dabo Swinney is a great coach, and I think he's gonna have those guys ready to play.
That would be nice to see those 4 teams in the playoff, mix it up a little bit.
It's not gonna happen for a while. It's gonna be the same thing. USC got a chance when they get their line correct.
All right, I like that answer. So outside of Ohio State, Michigan's in the top 10, Wisconsin's in the top 25, Michigan State's in the top 25. Who are your teams that you think can really give the Buckeyes a hard time, whether it's they have a matchup with them this year or a potential Big Ten championship team?
Well, I'm gonna stay in the Big Ten. You got to watch out for those trap games. Obviously, Wisconsin's going to be jacked up. And I tell you, that's going to be the first test if they are a physically gifted team. Did they become tougher in this offseason? So that's one for sure. Outside of them, you want to say Penn State. I think Penn State always battles well. But I don't know if they got, the weapons at the wide receiver position. They losing Jahan Dotson was a big blow. But I do like Sean Clifford. I do think he's a good quarterback. If Michigan State fixed their pass defense, which is, I can't believe that I'm saying this. If Michigan State fixes their pass defense, they will be okay because they do have a decent quarterback and they do have a really good wide receiver. So if he can get funky a little bit, then they'll give him a chance. But if I had to pick one team, I'd say Wisconsin because of the running back that they got. If you can't stop the run, it could be a long night. And last year, that was a little concerning. So we'll see.
All right, now we're ready. Last thing before we get to it, the other guy that I wanted to mention for the Heisman is a guy from 5 minutes from my hometown who I played basketball with growing up and his older brother, Aiden O'Connell, who's the quarterback for Purdue.
He's a baller.
Special shout out for him. He's incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to be, when I get to Illinois, wagering on him as well. That's the last Heisman talk. Now, Tyvis,
Joey, it's funny you say that because I almost said, and Purdue's not on the schedule this year, so Ohio State doesn't have to worry about them.
Yeah.
We might win the West.
Yeah. Go. Joshua Perry's got him number 3. Perry's got him number 3.
I know something.
Easy. The problem is not Aiden O'Connell. It's the fact that Aiden O'Connell don't have receiver weapons anymore. David Bell is not there. Somebody's gonna have to step up. And I just actually talked to a guy on the radio last week. That's
Charlie Jones. He's not good enough.
no.
Charlie Jones. He went to my high school. Guest on the show, just murdered by Tyvis Powell.
I'm just saying, no, but like what I'm saying is, even if he was, they're not beating Ohio State. So like,
yeah, that's fair enough.
It's only gonna go so far. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's only gonna go so far.
All right, Tyvis. The last segment, you know it, you love it, you know what's coming. But this year, it's sponsored by Brainfield, the presenting sponsor of Drive the Lane, also the sponsor of the famous Last Question. You know what it is. You are used to this. You are great at this. It's made for Tyvis Powell, the professional sports media guy. Whoa. What questions do you have for us, Tyvis?
My question is, what's next for you, Joey? What are you doing now that you've done the Big Ten? Have you heard anything? Are you doing anything with them during basketball season? Because they let me do the Arkansas State game, like the pregame tailgate show.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Oh yeah. Well, it was
that breaking news.
No, I mean, I thought did I not say that? I guess I didn't say that. I'm doing that one. It's just literally that one game though. Like they
Lane bump.
And you're doing the Big Ten tailgate. Oh, I can't wait to come.
Yeah, it's the Arkansas State game though. So
come on, man, don't play it down. That's awesome.
Anyway, are you doing anything? Have you stayed in contact with them? Is the question.
Yeah, I mean, I've stayed in contact a little bit. There's nothing that I know yet. Obviously, we're months away from basketball season. Me and Andrew were talking about it the other day. I'm not banking on doing anything.
I wasn't either.
Right. No, trust me. I know you told us that. But it's obviously basketball is a little bit different, right? Because it's different, and it's different in a couple different ways. Number one, there's a lot more pre-game shows and post-game shows because there are games almost every single night. But the difference is, like, you guys have a show every Saturday.
Yes.
It's a little bit, it's just different. But no, I haven't heard anything. Obviously, I'd love to do stuff if presented with the opportunity. If not, keep doing my thing, doing Drive the Lane, doing my big boy job in sales and see where the chips fall. I'm not, what I've told everybody I've connected with in that world, it's like, I would love to go down that path. I'm very happy with what I'm doing now. I'm going to keep organically making contacts and doing content and doing the radio when I can during basketball season and doing this show every week and see what happens. I'm not going to be quitting what I'm, my sales job to dive headfirst into trying to do something else. I'm happy with where I'm at and we'll see what happens. But to answer your question, no, I haven't heard anything yet, but who knows? I mean, I'll make sure to hit them up when they're, for like the Notre Dame games. I'm going to make sure they know that I'm around if they need me to go walk around and ask people questions,
For sure. Andrew, my question for you are you still doing any football podcasts this year?
So I did that show with you for 3 episodes last year, and then we got bored and you started doing more shows for money. But no, we're not doing any. I'm not doing any more football stuff. We're going very all in on Drive the Lane this year, I would say is a good way to put it. We mentioned Brain Fuel. We got a big presenting sponsor. They're awesome. They're doing some cool stuff. They're going to be, hopefully giving us some of their athletes to have on the show because they got some Big Ten athletes. They got some professional athletes that, have to do with the Big Ten. So we're going all in on Drive the Lane. So that's a great question because now we can say to the listeners, we're all in this year. You should be too. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share.
Tyvis, Tyvis, if we have a live show in Chicago, will you come in town for it?
It depends. I have to check my schedule.
You know how much PTO he's got to put in to come to Chicago for?
I don't think you'd be able to, honestly. That was like kind of like when you ask those questions that the answer to, I forget the name off the top of my head, but like it was like in the negative way. It was like I know the answers. No, I don't know why. A rhetorical question.
If I was free, yeah, but I I don't know my schedule.
You got
That's
one
the
of these
thing.
though. You'll call in. You got one.
That's a fact.
And-
That is a fact.
And we're not going to pay you. So that makes good.
I'm doing some things you don't need to be compensated for.
Oh, you're too kind.
Y'all is hilarious.
All right, Tyvis, anything else you got for us before we let you get back to your other 700?
Y'all, listen, everybody got to cut it out with that because I literally have three. It's three. No, it's three. It's three main gigs: the radio, the Cleveland show, and the Browns. Like that's it. It's three things.
I'm so excited about the Big Ten tailgate. That's gonna be.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna be in the front row with a sign. Wait, Andrew, you should come for that game. That would be fun.
I'm not coming. I love Ohio
Arkansas State.
Arkansas State.
What's wrong with Arkansas State?
You were saying the same thing, my friend. You were saying it's Arkansas State. I'm not coming in for Arky Light. If they were playing Arkansas, I'd be there.
Everybody would, but this is Arkansas State's Super Bowl.
True.
You're gonna be on the pregame show for Arkansas State's Super Bowl. That's cool.
That is pretty. When you put it that way, it is very cool. It matters to the people at Arkansas State.
There are gonna be a lot of people tuned in from Arkansas.
A lot. Next time we have you on, Tyvis, because this just gave me a great idea. Ohio State, Arkansas would be an awesome, cool game. So next time we have you on, we'll do hypothetical, matchups that could be cool for Ohio State to play in.
Alabama, Ohio State.
All right, my last question for Joey.
Yeah.
Now that he's got the basketball team I'm talking, now that they got this recruiting class coming in, and now I think the 2023 is at third right now in the class.
Yeah.
If it stands and everybody comes in from that same class, how long do you think it takes for them to win a national championship or make it to a Final Four?
Can we get to a Sweet 16 first, Tyvis? Is that allowed?
I'm just asking. I'm asking the questions that America wants to know.
First of all, this class isn't done. We're still going to get Bronny James. So
you getting Bronny?
Oh my God, yeah.
You breaking news?
That's a good question. I would say that in the next 2 years we'll go to a Sweet 16 in the next 2 years.
Okay.
And once we go to a Sweet 16, that's gonna break the seal in expectation of Sweet 16 every year after that.
Mm-hmm.
Within the next 7 years.
7 years.
I would say a Final Four in the next 7 years.
So it's 2022. So by 2029, somewhere in from there, 2022 to 2029, we should have a championship in basketball.
Well, no, Final Four.
Final Four. Excuse me.
Championship. That's the hardest thing to do in college sports is win a NCAA championship. So
in football too.
Calipari's only won one. That's insane.
Did you see the beef at Kentucky?
Yeah, is he wrong?
No, he's not. But that's not.
You just can't say it.
It's some hating. It's a lot of hating going on. You don't have to hate on the football team to get.
He's not hating on the football team.
Yes, he is.
They're Kentucky. They should have the best.
Stop it.
They should have the best.
Kentucky ain't did nothing in years.
No, but they're Kentucky.
So what?
Just like Texas. Should Texas not have the best?
No. They lost. They can't. Texas can't talk to me until they beat Kansas.
All right. Well, it's the same thing, though. You get what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
They should have better.
It's not about what you've done. It's what you've done lately.
Okay. So Kentucky's a football school.
Yes.
No. Oh my God. We're not even going to get into the fact that you think Ohio State football players could beat Ohio State basketball players.
It's a fact. No, I know that's not. Whoa. See, now you're telling lies. I never said that they would beat them. That's not the argument. I said they would not lose by more than 15 points. That's what I said.
Okay.
And I will die on that hill.
All right. You know that if they were good enough football players to beat them, they'd be playing basketball in college, not football, right?
I didn't say they was going to beat them.
But I'm just saying in general. That's what the argument. People are like, oh yeah, like they could beat them, but it's like no.
No. I don't think they would beat them because at the end of the day, that's not their sport. They do it recreationally.
Do you think the Ohio State basketball team would beat the Ohio State volleyball team?
Heck no.
Exactly.
Heck no. No.
What?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I never said that they would beat them.
Volleyball.
I never said that they would beat them. I said they wouldn't lose
You're
by
right.
more than
Right.
15.
But respectfully, I disagree.
You think they get blew out?
Yeah, if blown out. Let's try and get your let's get your vernacular correct here.
They get blew out. What you mean?
No, I think that if they play 10 times, one of the games could be within 20 points. Sure.
And they ain't playing 10. They're gonna play one time.
No, if they played one
I think they
game,
would be within 15.
if they played one game and Ohio State basketball wanted to dominate them and weren't joking around at all, it would not be close. It wouldn't be close. I'm just saying.
I disagree respectfully though.
There's just no. Oh,
I don't know.
I think it would be maybe close after both teams like graduated high school when they both maybe had just played basketball because some guys play, but like after 3 years of only playing football and 3 years of only playing basketball.
They got a hoop in the Woody. What are you talking about?
It's not the same thing.
They shoot around all the time.
Shooting around at the Woody is not the same thing as literally being the best.
It's not that hard to score. That's what I'm saying. It's not that hard to score.
I think we need Tyvis versus Joey one-on-one.
I can go get a bucket.
Tyvis versus Joey one-on-one.
Tyvis, if you stand alone, wide open threes from top of the key, how many are you making out of 10?
Maybe 4.
All right. Okay. Just making sure you didn't say like, probably 8.
No, maybe about 4.
All right.
I don't label myself as just a shooter. I don't label myself as a slasher. I'm a hooper. Okay. I'm a bucket getter. Like I do everything. I can shoot when need be. I can drive to the lane. But what I really like to do is pass. I'm a passer.
You're a passer. You're LeBron.
Yeah. I mean, I'm better. I taught LeBron what he knows. So that's of course.
Oh man.
Magic Johnson taught me, and I taught LeBron.
When we go to the Woody for practice, we will shoot around.
Okay.
Good. I shot around on the old court. It was kind of shitty, the old court, when you were there.
That was the one that me and Cardell played. You know, we played on that court 1-on-1, and the winner of the game got the master bedroom in the apartment.
Ooh. And
well, we played. So this is what happened.
So Cardell won.
Oh, here we go.
What had happened was the first time we played, I don't know. He either won or I won. Then we played again, and the opposite person won. It was me. I won the last time we played, and then we played the third time, and he ain't missed a shot. The boy was lights out. I couldn't do nothing with him. I couldn't do nothing with him. I can't lie. He did his thing.
Is that how him and JT decided who's going to start the next season too?
No, I don't know. I don't know what went into that. I had defensive things to worry about.
Oh. All right, Tyvis Powell, great as always. You were right about this interview stretching closer to 45 minutes than 30 minutes. So
we had it in the bag until I brought up basketball.
That was your fault.
It was worth it though. It was worth it.
Tyvis, tell everyone, I'm not making a joke with this. I'm being serious. Tell everyone all the different places to, follow you and listen to you, like the accounts and stuff. I'm being serious. It is multiple places, but tell everyone what they are.
All right. So if you want to listen to me, I am on 97.1 The Fan. I'm typically doing Buckeye shows 6 to 8, but as of lately, I've been filling in for Anthony Rothman. So you can catch me sometimes on Rothman and Ice, which is 12 to 3. If not there, the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show every Wednesday and Friday. That's on YouTube. Please subscribe. Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. We're trying to get our subscribers up. We at like 12,000. We need to get to like 13,000 by the end of the month or something like that. So please subscribe there. And then on Browns game days, which would be typically Sundays, you can catch me on the pregame. You can catch that on ESPN 850 AM on the radio, or you can get on the Browns app and listen to it there. pregame show and postgame show. And if you want to follow me on social networks, at one Tyvis on Twitter and Instagram. Go Bucks.
The legend.
There you go.
Clocking out early, that's the shit I don't like. Been getting paid since I was riding on the bike. Hit the pedal with the 8th, hopping on the 9th flight. I've been chilling out of sight, I'll be at the bar tonight. Told the bartender, go and take my card to swipe. You try the same thing, but your card get declined. White rappers nowadays, no one not too hard to find. I'm so dapper with my ways, I'm gonna linger in your mind. Always told me good things will come to those who are patient, but I've been way too patient, writing bars in my basement. I'm anxious in the real world, it's time for me to say this. The basics, the talent in my mind, I can't waste it. My life is too safe, it's my time for risk taking. I'm baking my mind, every day it's the same ish. Lazy, my grind needs to get a new facelift. Coming from the underground and busting through the pavement.